I was just going to premieres because I thought that that's what you did when you were an actor.
Right, in your free time when you're not working, you go to premieres.
And nobody wanted me there, and there was no reason that I should have been there. Yeah, step and repeat. I was in my early 20s and I always wanted to see a story about falling in love when you also are dealing with trying to love yourself and wrestling with how you deal with your mind when you're trying to fall in love. And I think specifically in your early 20s and, I guess throughout your whole life, depending, you're trying to always just know how to be alone but also fall in love with someone else. And I always felt like that was a topic that I wanted to discuss and kind of encapsulate in a romantic movie. But what I found so really hard to cast these characters is that you have to be able to be genuinely connected to them in a universal way and not just depending on the topic that they're struggling with, but to really fall in love with who they are as people and fall in love with their struggle as they go through it. So I needed actors that were genuine and open and vulnerable.
Yeah, we had Brittany, when we first met, made us send each other playlists, and I think music kind of shows you who someone is pretty quickly.
Yeah, just cast bonding, just in LA before we got to New York. And that stuff really pays off because to me, the line is so blurry between who you're working with and how you get along with them in real life. And if you don't get along with someone in real life, it's just it just makes the job so much harder. And so we were lucky that we kind of got to a place where we were really comfortable and trusted each other by the time we started shooting.
I mean, especially on our set, after some of the intense scenes, Brittany and I would just sit there for a second, recollect, and then I went home and would be asleep in the car, just
have a shot of tequila.
Have a shot of tequila, clear it out. But yeah, it was draining, but I think it was easy to let it go. But I think that speaks to Brittany, that I didn't feel like I needed to be stuck in this character or carry it around with me all the time, that she allowed me to have the space to just let it all out in the moment and then leave it there and go home for the night.
Yeah, we always had a safe, comfy place to come back to when the scene ended. It was a small movie and everyone was New York based, and it was just such a magical spring in New York.
Yeah. I was really lucky that a bunch of my friends knew about this because I had had this idea for a really long time and I'd spoken to them about it. I wrote Bryce for Dave Bautista. I wrote Dr. Ackerman for Gina. So I kind of knew going in that they wanted to be a part of it. And I think that even with Scott, Kid Cudi, mental health is really important to him and to all of my friends in terms of this. And so I think they just wanted to be a part of something that they also believed in as well. And I was grateful that they wanted to do it.